Hello YouTube guitar and pedal nerdizzles. I'm addressing the wrong people because if you're watching this for this guitar, you're probably in the wrong video because you're probably too big for this. You might be, this is why you found this in this video, you might be parents of little tiny kids, which, if this is true and you've never seen my channel, all this is really weird for you. Little tiny kids. Okay. And your kids want to play electric guitar. So I will also for this video refrain from saying the words, fuck and stuff like this, because otherwise, you're going to be offended because you're buying a guitar for little tiny kids. Anyway, so, or you might be total nutsos who watch my channel no matter what I do. I could be sitting on the toilet, having a poop, and you'd be like, oh cool, look, Henning's pooping. So, anyway, this is the RG Mini, which is now wrong because now it's called the RG Junior. I've always put links in my description underneath, and I have to keep up with the links because Thomann is changing the links around like crazy. This is what we're talking about, a Thomann guitar. Thomann has the in-house brand, which is called Harley Benton, directly imported from China. This is a Harley Benton guitar, and if you want to buy it, link underneath. If you use my link, it would be very nice because I get some points. I get about 50 cents or something as a bonus at Thomann to buy more gear. Is it realistic to test this guitar? I don't have a package. I don't have a, this guitar with the gig bag and the stand and the cable and the little amp. I just got the guitar. So I'm actually going to test this as if it was a big one. A mature kind of adult guitar. I'm gonna run this through my Clones amp and a Devil Drive from Solid Gold Effects. I'm gonna run it through an Eventide H9 in the effects loop. And if you're parents of kids who want to start playing guitar, you have no freaking idea what I'm talking about. So let's scale it back down. If your kids are not big enough for a full-sized electric guitar, because their hands are not big enough, or the guitar might be too heavy, or you might not want to fork over, 200, 300 bucks, then you're looking at something like this. Something like this doesn't really exist in a lot of variety, meaning you have the option of buying the Ibanez RG Mini or whatever it's called. Then there's one from Fender. I've seen both. I have 3 students who had the Ibanez guitar, which is I think 170, 180 euro. And the only reason why they're asking so much money for it, because it's not a real Ibanez, it's an Ibanez Gio, G-I-O, which is their bargain basement cheapo line. And I don't like these guitars. They are made too cheaply, string action is too high, they sound like, something comes out, but it's not a pleasant tone. I'll be right back. That was the UPS man who delivered 2 H9s from Sound Service. Hey, I'm not getting 2 H9s for free. I'm paying for these, okay? So, way cool! H9, not H9. Not age 9. H. No, okay. Where was I? Ibanez and Fender, I think are asking too much money for these tiny instruments because it's a novelty thing. It's like, well, you don't really have a lot of options, so you have to buy ours. 3 students had the Ibanez version, and it was okay. It's exactly like this one. 3-position switch, so for you parents who don't know, that means in the front you're on the neck pickup, which is warmer. In the middle you have both, which adds a little bit more bite, and in the back you have a very thin and nasally sound. Most students come into my lessons and have it always in the back, and then they play clean sounds and it's like so the first thing I would say, please put it in the front. One student for some reason always has this back knob which says tone, which rolls off the high frequencies, always down, and it sounds totally muffled for some reason. And we roll it up and a minute later it's like it's back down. Don't know how that happens. This is pretty much exactly as these Ibanez ones are. I'm sorry, Ibanez, I'm speaking the truth, okay? The action is a little bit higher than on other Harley Benton guitars. Everything feels similar. The only difference is that Ibanez and Fender, on both these 3/4 guitar models, put on these tuners that in the back they kind of look like plasticky kind of metally plastic. They're very big, and the fact is they are absolute crap. They're very, very bad tuners. You tune them and all of a sudden your string jumps the half step, and then nothing happens. Me, with 25 years of experience, have a hard time tuning these guitars. Now, if you're a beginner and you're a kid and you're trying to tune your guitar, with those tuners you will not get anywhere. So the difference of this guitar, which clocks in at €100 cheaper, is that the tuners actually work. They're probably not the best tuners in the world, because a good set of tuners will cost you as much as the whole guitar, but they do work a lot better than the Ibanez ones. So I can tell you immediately from the get-go that this is comparable in everything, in every way, to those other mini or 3/4 size guitars. But the tuners are much better, because on all 3 guitars from my students, we had to go ahead and replace the tuners. We ordered new tuners, drilled new holes, and actually replaced them on all of them so that these students could even use these guitars. So what else? I mean, what wood we have, who knows? This is a bolt-on, screwed-on neck, maple, rosewood fretboard. You don't really care. This is a guitar for kids who will probably play some open chords, maybe some melodies, maybe some power chords back and forth. As soon as the kids can do more, you will very likely move to a different guitar. So you've heard the track in the beginning from Campaign Like Clockwork that I used and kind of, tortured the track with this guitar. But it works. You can actually rock with this thing. So we're just going to listen to a couple of sounds. It's got quite some output, because this is a clean sound. So I have to roll this back here to get it cleaner. So right now we're in the front. So we're going to compare, let's say, an open C chord. Actually, you know what? We're going to go in tune. Getting a good tuner for your kids is a good idea. Obviously, your guitar teacher will very likely be the tuner for quite a while, but he has to teach them how to tune, and having a good tuner is a good idea. You can get them for $5. I recommend getting something better. So tuning for them, it could take an hour because they don't know what they're doing. The Polytuner from TC might be, it's $50. So the guitar is $75. I don't think you're going to buy a tuner for $50, but it would be a good idea. So I'm going to see if you can see this. So E, we're kind of there. I detuned the D, we're on D sharp, a little bit higher than that. But you can see I have precise control. Not as precise as on some high-end tuners, but come on. But it's smooth, there's no jumping, there's no... I mean, these other tuners on these mini guitars are crap. These actually work. Beautiful. So, here we have a clean sound, C major. This isn't the, mature, beautiful sound, but it's something comes out and it's usable. So we go in the middle. There's a difference, so that's good. And get kind of quacky, kind of nasally, kind of ducky. That's more for the rock and roll. And we'll try this. We engage the Devil Drive, which is a pedal. You don't have to worry about that. You're probably going to buy this in a package. I'm going to put the bundles, that's what they're called, underneath. Use my links, buy them, be happy. Something isn't super in tune there. Not that, it will matter for the kids. just for fun, this is pretty much as you need to know. We're gonna go ahead and do some leading. Yeah, because you kids are really gonna do that. As if, come on. Let's be realistic, 75 bucks, unbeatable at this price. We're gonna look at some kids who usually play little acoustic guitars, 3/4 size, and I just put this in their hands and said, go, what do you think? And they were all immediately comfortable with it and didn't want to give it away again. So, sorry for this being in German, I think you're gonna get the gist of it. Here's some of my students.
Hallo Ben. Wink mal.
Hallo.
So, der Ben hat jetzt da die RG Mini, obwohl er normalerweise immer die Gitarre spielt. Ben, hast du Spaß mit der Gitarre?
Ja.
Ja? Wie spielt sich das denn im Vergleich zur Akustikgitarre?
Gut.
Ja? Irgendein Unterschied oder findest du es auch genauso leicht?
Ich finde es genauso leicht.
Okay, von der Größe her perfekt für dich, oder?
Mhm.
Wie findest du die Farbe? Findest du eher schwarz gut oder würdest du dir lieber eine andere Farbe wünschen?
Ich finde die Farbe schon richtig gut.
Okay. Kein Blau, Grün, Lila, Pink, Orange.
Nö.
Eher schwarz, so eine Männergitarre.
Mhm.
Okay.
Ja.
Cool. Und vom Gewicht her auch nicht so schlimm, oder?
Mhm.
Okay. Ja, eigentlich eine perfekte Kindergitarre, oder?
Mhm. Ja.
Super.
Super.
Ja, dann spiel weiter. Lässt sich eigentlich einfacher spielen. Warum?
Weil die Seiten näher dran sind.
Zeig mal hier, greif mal so einen Akkord. Und spiel den mal den A. Okay, also das klappt super. So, was hältst du von der Farbe?
Gut.
Schwarz, ist das deine Farbe? Wenn du dir irgendeine Farbe aussuchen könntest, welche Farbe sollst du haben?
Türkis.
Türkis, Punkt, das kam ja super schnell. Also, liebe Thomann-Leute, bitte Türkis anstatt Schwarz, gell?
Ja.
Also, oder Türkis als Option.
Ja.
Blau?
Auch. Geht.
Blau auch. Besser als Schwarz.
Ja.
Mini.
Also ich fand die Gitarre gut.
Ließ es sich einfach bespielen, weil du spielst ja normalerweise so eine Akustikgitarre.
Ja, ich fand's einfach zu spielen. Also die Farbe könnte ein bisschen heller sein und ein Blau wäre es noch schöner.
Blau wäre es noch schöner. Ja. Kein Pink.
Nein.
Kein Mädchen-Pink-Gitarre.
Nein.
Also blau, wie du jetzt anhast.
Ja. Reicht das?
Reicht das? Und jetzt ein C.
Warum?
Weil du den kannst.
Ich kann den Scheiße.
Ich kann. Ja, du brauchst einen Gitarrenlehrer. Na also und ein D, komm. Ja, bei dem D hat noch was gefehlt.
Ja, noch ein paar Sachen.
Dann müssten wir sich eigentlich so eine Gitarre kaufen, das zu Hause üben, oder?
Ja,
Ja, müssten wir
frage
eigentlich.
ich auch den Papa.
So, das ist der Tim. Sag mal hallo, Tim.
Hallo. Ja, geht so, ist ziemlich einfach, aber es schwitzen halt die ganze Zeit die Finger und das ist ein bisschen nervig. Aber sonst ist alles gut.
Okay. Gewicht?
Ziemlich leicht, gut,
Farbe, was meinst du?
auch ziemlich cool.
Well, they sure liked it, and I know that this one is actually going to Ben and Tim. We've already talked about this. They want it badly. We're just gonna have to get them a little amp. My 2 cents, summing up.
Parents of small kids, beware. I can see from here that the guitar is extremely dirty with a lot of fingerprints because I always tell my young students, do not buy a black guitar. You know what? Hey kid, don't buy a black guitar! Do not buy a black guitar! Because they're always freaking dirty. And what do they buy? Black guitars. So hey, it only comes in black. Kinda stupid. This in white would be awesome. Thomann, Harley, Benton, make it in white. But there are extremely few options and alternatives when it comes to the small electric guitar, the 3/4 size guitar. The other options are at least twice as much. If you don't know if your kids are gonna, do this for longer, or in general, why spend $180 on a guitar that we know is gonna be temporary, because kids grow up. So it does exactly the same job as the instruments that are twice as expensive, but it has better tuners. So in effect, it is a better instrument. It didn't quite, have perfect tuning everywhere, but you know what? The kids, with their fingers, they're gonna pull the strings anyway. Even if it was perfectly tuned, I give this to my students, what comes out isn't perfectly tuned. So I'm not gonna see this as a major drawback. Major drawback! Okay, anyway. Absolute recommendation. One of my students is actually gonna keep this. It's gonna stay here, because he already fell in love with it. So, I'm out. I have no idea why you spent this long here. No clue. Thanks. And if you want to buy it, please be kind and use the link under the video, because then I get, I think for $75 I get 30 cents or something. But hey, 30 cents is 30 cents. So please, if you could use my link, I would greatly appreciate it.
Sunset in September.